Here's lesson 44 of 45 lessons of me being 45 years young. When you step out of your fear, you step into your life. If you didn't catch the last lesson, lesson 45, then I suggest you start there because this is a personal philosophy of mine that is a continuance of that lesson. We all want change. We want to grow and expand. At least if you're listening to this, you do. But the reason we're not receiving the growth and transformation we want is because, plain and simple, we're afraid to do what we've never done before. And because we don't do what we've never done before, we don't change. And if we don't change, then we can't have what it is we want in life because we're not that kind of person. Basically, you've not created or changed into that kind of person in your subconscious identity to have what it is you want in your life. It's really that simple. But what you tend to do is you ignore that and you say, no, I don't want to hear that. Don't say that to me. Or the big one is you get arrogant about it and you say, I already know that. Well, if you already know it, then why don't you have the things that you want to have in your health, in your relationships, in your overall quality of life? Because you're making a choice. And people make the choice in their minds to be the victim of circumstances. And that means being the victim of the economy, our social circumstances, our environment, their life programming, or their family, or whatever they choose to be the victim of. And what I want you to take away from this lesson in particular is that you're playing the victim to more than circumstance, because you're not the victim of circumstances. You're the victim to your perspective of those circumstances. Your perspective instills fear. You're the victim to your fears. And until you transcend those fears, you'll always be the victim of those fears. Here's another perspective to this, because people often say, I know what I need to do, I'm just not doing it. Why? Well, there's some kind of fear preventing them from executing the behavior. And it primarily has to do with losing something. They're going to lose their identity, meaning the easy, casual life that they currently live. They're going to lose something, which puts them in fear. Therefore, they don't transcend the fear to create the outcome that they want. So what are you fearful of? Because two of the biggest fears that we have that prevent us from taking any action towards change are the fear of abandonment. People are going to judge us, they're going to reject us, which I have an entire lesson on in the future. And then there's the fear of inadequacy, our personal perception that we're just not great enough. Both of these fears paralyze more people than any other fear. Which one is it for you? In this current moment, you're not doing what you should be doing to have a result that you know you want because of one, if not both of these fears. You know, Les Brown has a great quote that relates directly to this fear-based thinking. And he said, too many of us are not living our dreams because we're living in our fears. Let that sink in for a second. What's it continue costing you to remain in your fears? That's the transformational question. To provoke you to step out of your fear and step into your life. Everything starts on the inside. Hence, transform your life from the inside out.